Hey guys, welcome to Food and Frolic. So, if you're already following me on Instagram, you might have noticed that I had posted a recipe reel of dry fruit burfi, and you guys made it go viral. First of all, thank you so much for all the love. And secondly, many of you asked me for the exact recipe with the measurements, and I thought, why not make a YouTube video? So you could say with this recipe, it's kind of like a comeback for me on YouTube. And what better start than something sweet, right? So let's start with this recipe for zero sugar dry fruit burfi. To make this, you first need to melt some ghee in a pan, and then you need to add in all your chopped dried fruits. So here I've used half cup each of almonds and cashews. And then you need to add a quarter cup of walnuts, and half of that should be your pistachios. Add in 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, which you do not need to chop. I do not recommend you to skimp on these because they really add a lot of flavor. And now you need to roast all of these nuts on a very low flame till they are nice and fragrant. Keep stirring them to avoid any sort of burning situation and they toast evenly. Once the color has changed ever so slightly and you get the nice and nutty aroma, you need to remove them on a plate and allow them to cool. And then comes the part where we add sweetness but without any refined sugar. And that sweetness will come from your dates. Maybe not your dates, but just dates. You need around 1.5 cup of those, and here's where it gets tricky. So every time you try to blend dates without any water, which I'm attempting to do here, you'll notice that it just sticks to the side of the jar. In that case, you just need to remove the jar and scrape the sides, or just give it a good shake and put it back again. It doesn't have to be a very smooth paste, just needs to be properly mixed. Now in the same pan, take some more ghee and add in your jaggery paste. And you can see that the consistency is still very thick because we have not added any water to it. Now roast it on a low flame and add in your chopped dried figs or anjeer. I've used around 1/4 cup of it. This will further help to add some flavors and sweetness. Now smash it all together with your ladle just to mix it well and then add in your roasted nuts. Now here comes another struggle because mixing it is quite a task. It looks like a one-man show, but it's rather a 2-ladle job. You just want all the dried fruits to be well coated in the sweet jaggery mixture. Once that is done, you need to dump this dried fruit mixture in a plate or a baking tray. I've used baking sheets so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, but you can even use ghee to grease it. Now add the mixture and flatten it out with your ladle. This process has to be done while the mixture is still pretty hot so that it takes the shape of the mold. Try to set it as evenly as possible so that there are no gaps inside. And look how pretty. Now you can leave it aside for 2 hours or in the fridge for half an hour. Once you see that the burfi is nicely set, you can run your knife through the edges of the pan. This will help you to unmold the burfi very easily. Now take a large plate or a chopping board like I've used and you can just flip the burfi over. At this point, it should easily slide out. Now cut this into as many number of pieces as you prefer because there's no right number. In fact, if you fancy, you can just keep the block as it is and just eat it straight. No one's gonna judge. And here's the closer look of one single piece that you might have probably seen on the cover page. Well, I almost dropped that while showing you the other side. And for reference, here's another piece that I want to show you. You can see that the burfi is set and the dried fruits are nicely studded inside. And here's how it looks from the inside. So do try this one out and do check out more of my recipes and enjoy.